do something to me that nobody else could do.
We put a call out. Would you like me to come to your door? And the applications came flooding in. I don't tell you when I come knocking, but if you let me in when I call, I'll make over a room in your home. It's time to surprise one of our applicants right now. It's 8:30 a.m. and we're on our way to 6 Mile Bridge, County Clare. Our homeowner is just starting her day. She has absolutely no idea we're about to come knocking on her door.
Oh, look,
yeah, there he is.
Hitchhiker on the side of the road.
Okay, don't ignore.
My challenge is to transform a room in their house with a budget of €1,000 or less. I've never set foot in the room. I only have their application photos to go on, so I really hope the design I have in mind will suit the room when I see it for real.
This isn't right. I think we're on the wrong road.
Well, you're giving me directions.
Colette and her husband Alan live in a picturesque 3-bedroomed cottage.
It was Colette who applied for the show. She desperately loved her dining room to be redone.
It looked very peach. No, I might be wrong. Could be terracotta.
It's a burnt orange type.
Is it?
Burnt orange.
In her application, Colette said that when they built their house 10 years ago, there were 2 incomes in the house. Not anymore. Like a lot of people, the recession has hit this home. We can do something here, if I can get in.
Oh, we're really close.
Let's go. Okay, let's do this. It's 9:30 in the morning in a very wet 6 Mile Bridge. Now, hopefully our homeowner is still in. From what we know, Alan has already left for work at 5:30 this morning, but Colette should still be in with the 2 kids. Fingers crossed. So, we're past the welcoming committee. They must know somebody is coming to the door. I hope they'll be happy it's me. Hello? Colette? Surprise, it's Neville.
Oh my God.
Come here.
Oh, Jesus.
Hello, you must be Lauren and Liam.
Oh my God.
Surprise! Are you going to welcome me in? Come on.
Welcome to Valley.
Come on, you come with me. Get your breath.
Genie, Mac.
You really wanted this, didn't you?
Yeah.
How come?
Just, it's, we're here 10 years, like,
Yeah.
and we haven't done anything in the house in 10 years, like, and, sorry. But
Come here. I'm delighted we picked you now. It means that much
thanks,
to you.
Yeah, it does, yeah. She's it'd be brilliant, like, to get it done, like,
Okay.
Fantastic, yeah.
All right, well, look.
Sorry, I'm much of a mess now at the moment.
You're fine. So while Colette and baby Liam gather themselves, my attention turns to the burnt orange dining room she wants to change.
This is our dining room, a room that we rarely use.
It has a dated feel to it, I have to say. You've got some good elements in here. I like the table, beautiful table, and sideboard. The curtain poles are also quite dated and probably heavy looking.
Yeah.
It just has a feeling for me of being a darker space,
Yeah.
and probably too sweet looking.
I suppose with the kids and that, we just don't use it. It's basically like a dumping ground. We've just dumped stuff,
Yes, I have to admit, I have seen a few
I know.
elements
But,
here.
yes.
Of course, the biggest feature in the room has to be the colour on the walls. It's a colour actually that doesn't feel like a good colour to be eating in.
Do you know when we do it's Christmas or occasions or something like that, it just doesn't feel comfortable. I don't know. It should.
It needs to be a more grown-up space, I think,
Yes.
that you want to bring people
Yes.
into. You, I've noticed in the house, are not afraid of colour.
I like classic contemporary. I'm not into mad colours.
Okay. So what would you hate?
I don't like greens or blues. More like the pastels. Light, neutral.
Yes.
Nothing too mad. You're laughing there.
So, Colette wants a grown-up dining room that she can really be proud to invite her family to. My challenge is to do it within €1,000. Her challenge is to trust me. So do you trust me?
I do. Kind of.
Give me your keys, hand them over to me, and then all of you pack and leave.
Okay.
She has just a few moments to pack her bags, break the news to husband Alan.
Neville is here. So I'm just packing now, so we're going for 2 nights. Oh, no, I'm not joking you.
And vacate her home. While we are throwing them out of their home, they will be treated to a stay in a hotel with some real style. They'll be staying in the Absolute, Limerick's newest design hotel, and one I think could really get Colette and Alan all fired up about interior design. Limited budget and limited time, so it's down to work. From seeing photographs of the room, I've come up with some design ideas. Traditionally in Ireland, blue is a colour that people are terrified of. It's perceived to be cold, uninviting and very dark. Now the minute I saw Colette and Alan's dining room, I knew with that amount of light coming through the French window and the other window, it could take it. So this is what I've come up with, this wonderful soft Wedgwood blue. Look at this. So chalky and soft and perfect. Fantastic with white, and it also works brilliantly well with natural woods, like they have on their floor, dining table and sideboard. And this is where I got my inspiration from, these wonderful antique plates. And if you want to know how to use blue properly, just look at these. In fact, I like these so much, I'm going to use them in the room later. Now, I felt Colette and Alan's room needed a little bit of architectural definition, so I'm going to use panelling. Now, regular panelling will cost an absolute fortune, so I'm going to use frame, wall-mounted panelling in the same colour as the wall. And inside, well, I've got a little surprise for Colette and Alan. Clear out complete, we start our makeover with our dado panels. And Trevor will need to get these up nice and straight. I'm using the sideboard and windowsill in the room to line up the frames and keep them straight. Next step, mark out the boxes on the wall. Trevor, you're taller. Mark the one across and make it really straight. 700, and give me 700 here. Then Trevor has a lot of sawing to do. Can you get stuck into this immediately?
I don't have a choice.
Yes, go on. All right. That's the wall in the living room gone. With the first frame up, the rest should be easier to line up. On a limited budget of €1,000, my shopping list for this design includes spray paint. I want to use some of Colette and Alan's existing items, but bring them back into my design with a new colour. Cream lampshades, 2 please. These will reinvent some second-hand bases we have and create contrast to the blue walls. 6 white picture frames. These will really show off my china plate images, a budget-friendly splash of style. Jed has found some candle lanterns that she likes and sent me the pictures. Wow.
There's more than one lantern, Neville.
It's like all the lanterns in the world are there.
There's a medium ornate one, Neville, that is 4065.
Okay, that sounds okay.
All right, well, I'll get 3 of those then. And 3 the same size, yeah?
Yeah, 3 the same size.
All right. Thanks a mil.
Bye!
While we slave away in the dining room, Colette and Alan have settled into hotel life. 10 years ago, they had great ideas and plans for their home. But plans had to get shelved as their circumstances changed.
We built the house 10 years ago, 2002. Everything was great, was working full time. Then a couple of years later, I took redundancy from work. We'd like to get things done in the house, but financially just couldn't afford it. And
yeah, it can be hard with one wage coming in, but you know, at the end of the day, with the economy the way it is and the environment the way it is, you know, we count our blessings that we've 2 healthy kids.
When I got the call from Neville, like, I just could not believe that we were picked. Couldn't. Still can't believe it.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant, like, yeah.
At the time when we done the dining room, we pretty much just rushed to do it, just to get the paint in and get the room done.
We just didn't do anything with it.
What we aimed for was maybe Christmas get-togethers, family.
At Christmas, like, you know, it's lovely to have family around, dinner parties, friends up, you know, and it's just a lovely, nice, lovely room.
Nice family room.
Yeah.
It'd be lovely.
What I really don't want to see is purples, greens, blues.
Yeah, any harsh colours.
It's nice, soft, pastel, neutral. What I don't like for blue, I think it's a very cold colour in a room. Yeah.
It's really for a boy's bedroom, isn't it? Blue?
Yeah, but I still don't like it.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I get it, Colette. You don't like blue. But let's see if I can change your mind. With this border up, it's time for me to test out my blue paint. Now, needless to say, it doesn't look fantastic with the peach underneath it. What are you laughing at? But when this dries out, it is a wonderful chalky colour.
I know she doesn't like blue. She's not a big fan of blue anyway.
Yes. This is where you need courage in interior design.
Well, you're the interior designer.
That's right, Andy, I am. Now, isn't there a table outside that needs sanding? I have a range of clever ideas using material. I'm playing with a variety of blue textiles, and I'll need a lot, so Jeddah will have to get me a good deal. Andy is now varnishing the table. This is one piece of furniture that will definitely be staying in the room. Even on a tight budget, we're going to try and bring some new classical pedestals into the room.
MDF?
Yeah, MDF, just a little bit of beading there.
Right.
Okay?
I'll have that within the next 2-3 days.
Don't. I need it now, okay? That's not what I want to hear, Trevor. My plan is for 3 pedestals for different parts of the room, so Trevor gets to work on them. Let's hope this estimate for completion is way off. After he's completed one, it goes to Andy for sanding and Eve for painting. While I wasn't going to reveal my complete design, I did send Colette and Alan at the hotel a sneak peek at one element of the room. A picture of the blue paint colour, that's all.
What's that? I hope that's a joke.
It's totally different from our own colour, isn't it?
No, so we definitely didn't want blue. I hope that's
You're not happy with that colour?
No, I don't like the colour. It's too cold.
I don't see how that would blend in with the house.
I'm getting a bit worried now.
Yeah.
It's too late now to go back.
Perhaps.
This morning at the crack of dawn, we surprised Colette, Lauren and baby Liam. I have €1,000 to bring new life to a room in their home. And she wants me to do something with her dining room. That doesn't feel like a good colour to be eating in.
Do you know when we do, it's Christmas or occasions or something like that, it just doesn't feel comfortable.
Colette wants a light and stylish dining room that she can invite family to for dinner parties. While we work, they're relaxing in the Absolute Hotel in Limerick. But once they check out, we must be finished and out of their home.
You do something to me that nobody else could do.
With all the fabric Jeddah bought to hand, it's time to start utilising it. As we don't have the budget for new chairs, I'm going to revive the dated black leather of these ones. When placed together with the old dining table, now sanded and varnished, the whole suite will look like new. Perfect for those family get-togethers Colette and Alan are hoping for.
Thank you.
No time to rest, Jeddah. I need you to help me measure out my bespoke table runner.
Do you want to centre that to cut it, is it?
No, I'm just going to go for it, Jeddah.
Sometimes you have to live dangerously.
Okay, what do we reckon? I think that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
With the table runner cut for size, Jeddah will use Wonderweb in the folded hem. Once ironed, the heat adhesive seals the hem securely. Simple and very effective.
I've got a little bit of this fantastic fabric left over, and it'd be a shame to waste it. So, an extra budget tip is, let's make something from it. I'm going to take this piece, and I'm going to cut it in two. Very simply, you don't have to cut it the whole way. Nick it, and then just pull. And it will actually rip down in a straight line. Like so. With these strips, hemming is a complete cinch. And once that's done, I've got a fantastic idea for a focal point using this in the room.
While some of the team begin to feel their energy levels drop, Jeddah is spray painting some of Colette and Alan's existing ornaments. For the blue room to work, I only need one other dominant colour, and it's a cream.
Jeddah there, I have another one for you.
Beautiful.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind spraying that down cream as well. It's too heavy and dark looking. It'll look awful on the ceiling if it's still black. Thank you.
While the chandelier gets its spray paint facelift, it's time to see how my whitewashed pedestals look against my blue backdrop.
Okay. I think they're too stark. They're silhouetted too much against the blue, and everything else should be sitting out from that. I think in relation to the sideboard, we need to bring them down to the same level. I mean, I could leave them, but I really want to have this absolutely perfect.
Sorry, Trevor, it's going to be a late one. With the black curtain poles replaced with brushed steel, it's time to test the curtains Jeddah bought for me.
Jeddah,
Yeah?
You know the full-length curtains I asked you to get that go from the top of the curtain pole to the floor? Do you see anything wrong?
Is that not the look you were going for?
No. Floor. Sophisticated.
Maybe we could wonder web them together.
I don't think that's going to happen. It'd make quite a nice sarong. Not to worry, Jeddah, as long as you can source some full-length curtains in the morning. With Trevor working late into the night adjusting the pedestals, the sun sets in County Clare. Tomorrow morning we will need to be at our DIY best to give Colette, Alan and the kids the room they deserve. This is my final day at the house. Colette and Alan will be checking out of the hotel in a few hours and coming home. And when they do, we need to be finished and out of their lives. With Jeddah rushing around County Clare looking for replacement curtains that will reach the floor and Andy painting the pedestals blue, I'm attempting something quite delicate. I've designed 2 graphic decals to be placed in the frames. Once I've lined them up, I only have one shot at sticking them down. Cracks or bubbles will ruin the graphics. Slowly does it, Neville. Relief.
Love it.
Even Trevor's impressed.
That is good.
And with both decals up, there's no time for back patting. I have the rest of the room to finish. As promised, I'm using the inspiration for my design, the antique willow pattern plates in the room itself. A good budget tip. Rather than buying expensive plates and hanging them, I'm using photos of antique plates and framing them. Hung between the decals, they really look contemporary. Jeddah is back with the new curtains. Let's get them up. Jeddah, can you bring in the ironing board? I need instant hems, please.
Okay.
It is very much like the Hamptons in here now.
It is the Hamptons.
It is the Hamptons. While Andy sets about framing some family photos, the spray paint is dry. And my old lamps now have a new look, complete with fresh new shades. Jeddah, bin, thank you so much. With other elements being placed back in the room, my Wonder Woman is wonder webbing one last time. Fabric bows will create a striking centerpiece when hung on the chandelier. A fold and a snip achieves the perfect ends. You've got a great centerpiece for nothing. It's just offcuts. Okay, Colette and Alan are on their way back, so could we clear the room? I need to get the styling started. With all my major design elements now in place, it's finishing touches time. Some candles for my lanterns to shed warm light on their family portraits. Time to dress the table with Jeddah's new table runner and repainted candlesticks. Colette and Alan have checked out and are on their way, so we need to get out of here fast. I'm under real pressure now, and I don't like rushing the final touches. We've done it, and need to be gone when Colette and Alan arrive. So one last chance to look at the room I've designed for this family. In less than 2 days and just shy of my €1,000 budget, we have transformed this dated orange dining room into this blue slice of the Hamptons. I hope they like it. This is such a soft, peaceful space, and it really takes into account the sunlight. The minute I saw the photographs of this room, I wanted to create something that utilised the sunlight. And this blue, it's so reflective, almost misty. And then having the whites and the creams and the stones combined with it, it makes for such a casual dining room. And then the chandelier, dressed very traditionally in a country style. And of course, the frames, although very subtle, just emphasize the architecture of the space and bring the whole room to life. This dining room is all about bringing family together. And I hope in the future that Alan and Colette and Lauren and little Liam will have many happy meals around this table.
When I seen the blue going up first, I felt like I was in a fish tank. But as the room started to come together, and especially this morning, it just came out very well. He has something to be proud of. We all have something to be proud of.
Hey, good job!
I think she's going to love it.
I actually am convinced now.
I know. I have managed to give somebody a completely blue room.
Who doesn't like blue?
No, who hates blue.
You're a brave man, Neville.
Colette and Alan are returning to see their transformed dining room. But with absolutely no idea of what I was going to do, Colette placed her keys and trust in me. The question is, was she right to trust me? And what will she really think of her new room? It's the moment of truth.
Ladies first.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. It's totally different, isn't it?
I don't believe it. Look at that. I love the curtain poles, the curtains. Absolutely beautiful. Look, oh my God, look at the chairs.
Yeah.
They're recovered.
Yeah.
The same as the plates and everything.
I would hate to upset somebody,
Yeah.
but I really believe the fact that, okay, she may hate blue, but I think when she sees that room, she'll love it.
Yeah.
Actually, I thought I wouldn't like blue, but I think it's lovely. I'm actually shocked at myself. The table looks bigger or something, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's fab.
Jeez, it's real
It's fantastic.
classy looking. I absolutely love the light. It's a real adult room.
It's a place you'd actually enjoy having dinner now and enjoy inviting people back to.
Oh yeah.
You know, family, be it family or friends.
A warm space for family to come together, Neville.
Yeah, that's nice.
Any songs can we think of with blue in it?
Blue River.
Blue River,
Yeah, Blue River, yeah.
I don't know, Moon River.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Only a couple of days ago, Neville knocked on our door. I couldn't believe it, that we were actually picked. When we handed the keys over to Neville, it was just later that evening, it was like, oh my God, there's people in our house doing God knows what to our house. I just can't believe this is our room, in our home.
Just opens a can of worms now, Will.
Oh God.
I can see a lot of paintbrushes and rollers now in the next lot of rooms. A big thank you to Neville and everyone involved. We really appreciate what they've done for us.
So thank you, Neville.
What do you think, Lauren? What do you think? Do you like it?
Look at the pictures behind you.
It looks like my dining room is going down well with the whole family. But what do you think of this transformation? To make a comment or find out how I spent my €1,000 budget in this space, check us out on Facebook on the Neville's Doorstep Challenge page now.
So well thought you do something to me that